Good morning, folks. How are we today? I can hear myself, so we are all good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Welcome to another episode of SMP Live. I am so excited that you guys are here. I've been looking at the comments. I love seeing everyone. Hope y'all are doing good, having a good week so far. It is back to being cold. It has been cold all week here in San Diego, but San Diego is still sunny, and so we're getting a little bit of sun, which I love. But I hope everybody's staying warm, and everybody over on the East Coast, I hope we're all doing good over there. I know there was those crazy storms happening, and I think it's still kind of going on. So I hope everybody's staying safe and you're working on some fun projects. But I wanted to talk to you guys, especially today on this show that we're doing. I wanted to talk to you about some really cool sewing notions and some accessories that I think are essential to have in the sewing room. And when you guys see what we are showing, you're going to understand and agree. And I'm very excited for that. And I know we wanted to see some more notions. So I had to call my girl Melody over at Cutterpillar, and we had to get a good show planned because I love Cutterpillar's accessories, down from their mats to the flip and fold. And then today we're going to be talking all about the Flex Light. So I'm very, very excited to show you all the stuff in store with Cutterpillar. But with all that being said, just a couple of updates here at SMP. So I know I've been mentioning the new website over the past few weeks. We're getting closer. We're making progress. I can't wait to show you guys. Once that's launched, we'll have to do like a little reveal of the new website and show you guys around. But that is very exciting. Also, I've been mentioning Whatnot the past few weeks. We're still going live there, so we'll be live all the rest of this week. And I hope everybody over at Whatnot, if you found us here on YouTube, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. But it has also been super fun. So if you want to check it out as well, you can find more of us over at Whatnot. I think we'll be live today. I know Kyle and I are doing some filming stuff after the show today, so I'm not sure on what time, but stay tuned. I'll post some updates. But that has been fun. And I saw Linda Brooks asked me earlier, just a second ago, I saw it go by, what is my version of cold being in San Diego? It's funny because I just had a meeting with some people for our advertising and all that stuff. And we were talking, and they're based in New York and in London. And so they were like, oh, how was your New Year? You know, all that good stuff. And I was like, oh, it's so cold. It's like 60 degrees. And the looks that I got from saying that it was 60 degrees is cold. I will never mention that again. I will not do that. But that, I've lived here my whole life, so that is freezing for me. But I hope everybody that is in less than 60 degree weather, you are bundled up, because just know I would not be able to handle that. But yes, 60 and below is, and if we're getting to 50s and 40s, I'm not even going outside. Like I will keep the blanket wrapped. That is just how that is. But yeah, so there's my strength when it comes to weather. So I will not be going anywhere that has lots of snow and cold. I can't do it, guys. I can't. But I'm jealous of people that get snow. I've never seen snowfall. That is still on my bucket list. And so I do want to see some snowfall at some point. So everybody that's getting snow, I love snow. I love that you guys are getting some snow. But with all that being said, we are going to get started with the show today. Now, as I said earlier, we have Melody from Cutterpillar. She's coming in. She's going to show you all about that Flex Light and some other great, we actually have some really good bundles with that Flex Light on our website. So if you want to go check those out, I will have all the links ready for you. But without further ado, let me get Melody in here and we will talk all about some great Cutterpillar. Melody, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. I was about to give you a little bit of grief for saying that it was cold down there also. So I'm glad someone beat me to it and I didn't have to do that. Yes. We're in Utah. I'm in Utah. And so I think it's colder here, but I did a live for Caterpillar yesterday, and we had people that were in Pennsylvania like, yeah, it's minus 17 here. I'm like you. I'm like, I'm not going to talk about how cold it is ever again. Exactly. Because it's always colder for somebody else, right?
Yes. No, yes. It's so true. And like when I was having that whole conversation, and they were like, it's negative 10 degrees this morning with a high of -2. I'm like, That is not high.
You're like, I'm good. I'll keep my fuzzy socks on and not talk about it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm turning up my heater because just thinking about that, I'm getting cold.
Yes. Well, I was in Southern California last week for the Road to California trade show that they have down there. And I was talking about it yesterday. It was so funny because there were times when I was like, it's cold here. And I think it's just because I expected it to be in the 60s or 70s and it was in like the 50s.
Yes.
And I was like, it's cold. So like, I get it. Like it's all relative to where you are.
Yes. And there's different types of cold. There's like the really
Yes.
dry cold. So it affects you in different ways, but hopefully everyone is staying warm wherever they're at. And we are all bundled up watching Melody do her demo today. So that's what we can all relate on today.
Yes. Well, and there's a bright side to the cold. It means you're staying inside and you can get some of your sewing done. You can get some of your crafting done. You can work on some projects.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, Melody, I'm going to let you take it away. I can't wait to see all the stuff that you're going to show today. I will be back behind the scenes getting any questions together, but I will come back in about half hour, 45 minutes and tell everybody how they can get it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kennedy. I appreciate it. And I really appreciate being able to be here and so appreciate all of you guys joining us. I'm very excited for this. My name is Melody. I've been working with Cutterpillar for about 9 years now. And I get to go out on the trade show circuit, like I mentioned. It's super fun. I love to meet everybody out there and demo the products and show you how it works for what you're doing. Like our whole goal in designing and making products at Cutterpillar is to make things a little bit easier for you, to make things go a little smoother. Light is included with a lot of our products because let's face it, our eyes are getting tired. I don't like to say old, even though that's my case. But I like to say that our eyes are getting tired and sometimes we need a little extra help. And so that's kind of what we try to do with all of our products, and light is involved in a lot of them. And today we are, as Kennedy mentioned, we are going to talk about our Flex Light and our Flex accessory kit. SMP has those available on their website, and she'll come back and talk to you about how to get those. But we're really excited. It's a really great product. I'm going to kind of just dive in here and show you about it. So it starts off first with our little sewing machine light. So this is our little Flex sewing machine light is what we call it. There's a few things about it that makes it really cool. Is it comes with this little slide off cradle, we call it. This little cradle has on the back a little piece of Velcro. So all you're attaching to your machine is this little piece of Velcro. And then this cradle can come on and off your machine as you want. And so with that, you stick that onto your machine. The cradle sits on the machine, and then the little sewing machine light slides into that. I have a little sewing machine, our little demo sewing machine here. I'm at my friend Keisha's house doing the live from here today. And so you can attach your little, wherever you want on the machine. So you can attach the cradle here. She has hers in the back because she likes to kind of point the light from the back when she uses it. But you can attach this little cradle on the front, on the end of it. You can attach it on the front. People ask all the time, like, where is the best place to attach that light? And it really depends on your machine. If you have a lot of stuff on the front of the machine, you might want to stick it in the back. If you have a really like curved machine, sometimes you want to stick it on the front here. So it just depends on what you want to do. But all you are attaching to that machine is that little piece of Velcro. It's not magnets, so it's not going to interfere with any of the electronic machines that have all that extra stuff in there, which is really nice. And it's not like a big strip of things, so it's not going to get in the way. The other thing that keeps it from getting in the way is the fact that it is rechargeable. There's a little port on the end. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's this little port right here on the end, and that is where you charge it up. So there's not another cord in the way when you're using it, which is probably my most favorite feature. You have so much stuff around you when you are sewing and you are working on projects that an extra cord, the thought of that sometimes is like, no, I can't. It's just too much, too many things. So it is rechargeable. It has multiple light settings. So I'm going to try to show you that. You can set it on high, medium, and low. So there are multiple light settings. So you're able to change that intensity depending on what you're working on. Sometimes you need it on high, like if you're sewing in the middle of the day, you've got natural light coming in from the window, and you just need a little extra light to thread your needle. That is what I always use it for, is threading my needle. Sometimes you just need a little extra bit so you can have it that way. But sometimes if you are sewing in the middle of the night, which let's face it, let me know how many of you guys do that. I do it all the time. I sew in the middle of the night all the time because that's the only extra time I have. I don't need it all the way bright. because the room is already so dark. So I just need it on low. So it's really nice. The rechargeable feature, if you're using it on low, oh, sorry about that, guys. This little camera has a mind of its own sometimes. Sometimes that's, I lost my train of thought. I apologize for that. When you're sewing at night and you have it, oh, I was telling you about the rechargeable part of it. So it will last on the low up to 10 hours. When it's fully charged, it'll go about 10 hours on low. It'll go up about 3 to 4 hours on high. So it's really works a really, really long time. So it's really, really great. And then the other part that's so cool about it is that this little neck points to wherever you need it to be, which I love so much. It's especially kind of like the one we have over here on this little machine, because that will point wherever you need it. And you can put it in the cradle upside right or upside down. It doesn't matter because it's out of the way here, but you can point that down and you can turn that on and you can have that extra light behind your zipper foot, in front of your presser foot, not zipper foot, presser foot. Sometimes it's a zipper foot. But then when you flip it over, it gets a little bit closer. When you stick that in the cradle there, you can bring it around from the side and you can put it in the front and you can use that to thread your needle. And then you can get it out of the way. If you don't need it anymore, you can get it out of the way. The machine that I work on at home is a really great machine. It has really good light. It's just really hard for me to see to thread my needle. So I keep mine on this end on my home machine, and then I can point it around when I'm threading my needle, and then I can just get it out of the way while I'm doing my sewing. So it's a super, super great machine for that. I like to also use it when I am inserting my bobbin. I really use it a lot when I'm cleaning out the bobbin casing, because with that, it gets so dirty down in there, and it's really nice to be able to use that and for that. Now, the other thing about this light that is so super great is you can use it for so many other things. While it is in this original cradle that comes with the light, you can set it down and you can use it, or you can take it out of the cradle. You can use it just right on your tabletop because it's a flat light, so you can do that. I use this when I'm building Legos with my grandson so that I can see those little books, because those little books are hard to read, and they've started printing them on darker paper now. And so it's super hard for me to see. So I'm able to do that. And it's really, really great. So you can do it that way. My husband stole one of mine and he stuck it on his power saw. So he can use it to do his little cutting. So there's so very many uses for this light on its own. It's made to be a sewing machine light, but you can use it for so many things. Now we have this light and it's available on its own as just a flex light. It's called the Flex Sewing Machine Light, and SMP has it on their website. But we also recently just came out with what we call an accessory kit for the light. And it's really funny because when we were coming out with the accessory kit for the light and we were talking with the product development team, I was like, the light is so great. Like there's no reason to put anything else with it. It's a beautiful light. Like it does everything it needs to do. What do you need accessories for? And then we came out with this accessory kit, and you guys, I use it so much more now. I had no idea I actually needed all of those extra things to go with my little Flex sewing machine light. So this is the Flex accessory kit. So I'm going to show you this. The thing that's really great about this is, first of all, it comes with this base, and the base is made for two reasons. First of all, to keep all of your accessories in one place, because if you guys sew like I do, you set things down in the wrong places all the time and you can never find them, like my scissors or my little clips or anything like that. They're never where they're supposed to be if I don't have somewhere to put them. So I really love that this whole base is where you can put all of your little accessory pieces. You can also plug in the base. So if you, sorry about that, if you plug in the base then will charge your lights. So let me try to back that back out. This little machine, this little camera is so funny. Okay, so you can plug it into your base. Now, the thing that is amazing for the base is that it can also make this light a tabletop. So this is where you put it in, plug it in, and it will start charging right here. You see the little lights are on. It's charging now, but you can use it while it's charging. You can use it in there, and you can use it as a tabletop light. Now, I have several of these lights at my house, and the thing that's so great about having the base is I can have one on my machine and I can leave one on the base charging. And then as soon as that one dies, because I forget to charge it as we do with our stuff, we can just swap it out and we can keep the other one charging. So there can always be one ready to use, which is so, so great. So really, you might need more than one of them. I'm just saying it's really great to have one always charging. So you can have that sitting in there charging on your base. So that's really great. Now, the thing about the accessories is that they're there's basically different cradles, right? I told you about how this cradle attaches to your sewing machine. We have other cradles within this base to make the light more usable in other ways. So first of all, we have this little clip. It's a little clip cradle. So this little clip cradle can clip onto a bunch of different things. So you can clip it on your embroidery hoop. So when you're doing handwork, you can clip it right onto your embroidery hoop, and then you can set your little light right in there, and you can light up what you're working on. You can put it on your little embroidery hoop, your bigger embroidery hoop, whatever you're working on. You can stick it right on there. You can have that extra light while you're working. You can clip it onto a book, which is really great. I like to have it on a book. I use it as a book light at night when I'm reading. Now I can just attach it to that book. My husband, like I said, he steals my stuff. He was painting some trim in our house, and I kept walking past this one place on the baseboard that he kept missing. And I was like, you missed that spot. You missed that spot. You missed that spot. Yeah, you can use it to do repairs around the house. So he uses it, and he clips it on his baseball hat now when he's doing stuff around the house, because that gives him that extra light. So you can use the little clip cradle, and you can stick it on so many things. It is so great. It's perfect for that. Now there is another piece that is really cool. So this is our little magnetic cradle. So this cradle has 3 really strong magnets on the back of this. Now this is multifunctional. So it comes with this little cradle. It also comes with this little disc. Now this little disc has a magnet right here. So this is going to seem a little weird, but you can use this to make a tabletop lamp as well. The back of this disc is kind of fuzzy, so it makes it so it doesn't kind of slide around so much. So you can stick it in here, you can clip it on there, and you can have a portable, because like your base is always plugged in charging. So now you can have a portable stable light. You can use that light on its own on the table, but when you have this disc, it just makes it a little more stable. There's a bigger base. So you can set that around, and you can use it that way. The other thing you can do with this little disc is you can slide this disc into your shirt, and you can clip the light onto your shirt. I'm wearing a sweater, so it's a little bit thick, but now I can wear this light. You guys, now I can be completely hands-free, and I can wear this light, which is so great. Now, also with this same cradle that has the magnets on the back, you can clip it onto this little lanyard is included with it as well. So you can wear this little lanyard around your neck, and it's adjustable, so you can change how high you want it to be. You can clip this onto it. I'm going to just clip it really quick here. You can clip it right on, and you can wear this light. I'm going to turn this light off in case I keep flipping it around and blinding you guys. So you can clip that on, and you can wear this light. You can wear it around your neck. So you can adjust where that lands. You can keep it on there. You can do your handwork this way. If you're writing, you can use it. If you're hand sewing, you can use it. If you're knitting, you can use it, or crocheting, you can use it, and you can wear it. So that is super great. Now there's an extra little piece that you can attach to your lanyard, if you can see that. And this little piece will also clip the disc that I just told you guys about on there. So if you clip that disc on there, you can slide the disc into your shirt also, and you can keep that more stable, and that'll keep it in place. Now, the reason that we did that so that it clips on there and it stays in place is because this light accessory kit also comes with a little magnifier. You can clip that magnifier on the end of your light, and then that will magnify what you're working on. I'm not sure if you guys can really see how, wait, let me turn that off, and then maybe you can see the magnification a little bit better. You can see that that will magnify what you're working on. So that will help magnify your stitches. It will magnify your projects. You can do you see that? You see that? Ah, it's so great. I love it so much because my eyes are so bad these days. You can see how that will magnify it. It's got a little dot of a 10 times, and most of it is a 5 times. Now, when you're wearing this on the lanyard and you put that magnifier on it, it's super heavy, and so it flips around. So that's why we have the little magnifier, or the little magnet disc as well, because that will help stabilize it when you're using that magnifier. You can use it. You can use the magnifier when you're making it a little tabletop as well, and you can see so much better what you're doing. Guys, it's the best little kit. Like I said, I really thought we weren't going to need it. I was like, why are we taking all this time and all of our resources making these little accessory kits to the perfect sewing machine light? But all of these little accessories make it, now that this light is there's so many more uses now for it. It's so much nicer. You can use it everywhere. Now, not just on your sewing machine. You can use it for your handwork. You can use it when you're doing chores around the house. This little magnet will attach to the inside of a car hood. So like when you've got to change the oil or change the battery or anything like that. I don't know how to do that myself, but some people might. My husband doesn't really know how to do that either, but we'll pretend he does. We'll pretend he knows how to change the oil. You can stick that in there and you can use it. You can stick it on the end of a drill with that magnet so you can see when you're drilling screws in to make your sewing studio furniture that we all love to buy and organize all our stuff. There's just so very many uses. Yes, it's so good when you're ripping seams. I can see some of your guys' comments. You can use it while you're ripping your seams out. I've used that a ton. Not that I ever have to rip out any seams, but if you did, you can wear it and you can rip out the seams. You can have it on the base and you can rip out the seams. You can have it on the magnetic piece and you can rip out the seams. But that magnifier helps so much for that. It is, hi Jana, it is a perfect all-purpose light. It is so great. Guys, Valentine's Day is coming up in just a couple of weeks. This is a great gift to like give to your loved ones and say, do you love me? It's Valentine's Day. This is what you should buy me. It's a great time for that. I know that Kennedy's going to pop back in a little bit and let you guys know how to order it, but it is it is great for coin collectors. It's so great for all kinds of things. My husband does a lot of painting and sketching. And when after he does a sketch and he's trying to get in and paint the little tiny spots, he made me some paintings for Christmas that I was able to decorate the house with. He had to get little tiny spots where the little ornaments were. He was able to use this with the little magnifier. Guys, I can't even tell you. It's so great. Shirley, if you're ripping a seam now, I would imagine that this little magnifier and light would help you out. I'm sorry you're ripping a seam. I really sometimes just throw out projects instead of ripping seams, or I change the plan instead of ripping seams because I was making a project and I put it together wrong and I didn't want to rip the seam out. So my sister did it for me, but she used this because she's older than me and she couldn't see. And so it was a perfect product for that. So that is our Flex Light and accessory kit. I believe SMP has all of them on the website. I know you can get the Flex Lights on its own on their website, and they have the accessory kits as well. So the accessory kit comes in 2 versions. If you already have a light, you can get just the accessory pieces, or it comes in a set where there's accessory pieces and a light. And like I mentioned before, having more than one, if you already have one of these lights, bless you, I'm sure you love it. It's one of the most amazing lights. But having a second one is never a bad thing because you can always have one in the base charging, and then you can have one that you're using. So that is our Flex Light and accessory kit. And I hope you guys all grab one of these. It's a great time for that. Especially for all of you that are snowed in right now. It's a great time to craft and do all that stuff. But since I have you guys, I wanted to talk about one of our other products that SMP carries that you guys can get from them. It is our glow light boards. Now, Cutterpillar, like I said, has been around. Well, I've been with Cutterpillar for 9 years now. Caterpillar's been around since 2011. We originally started making paper trimmers that have a little light down the side of the paper trimmer to help you get accurate cuts when you're cutting with paper trimmers. We took the idea of that light and we morphed it into a workstation. And then we started talking with quilters and sewers about this. And it is the best thing to have while you are crafting in any way. But if you are a quilter or a sewer, it is amazing. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit today about our Glow Premium light board that SMP has. So it's kind of like an old school light box, and we all use light boxes for various things, right? We use them to trace patterns. We use them to do diamond art. We use them just to like write things, to do calligraphy. We use them for all kinds of stuff. But those old school light boxes are super thick, and most of them are super heavy. And sorry about that. Most of them are super thick and most of them are super heavy to get out and use. So what we did was we made a light board, and they are super thin and they're lightweight. If you can see, they're really easy to pick up and use. Now, all of our light boards, I'm specifically today talking about the premium, but all of the light boards that we carry have multiple light settings. Now, I'm going to show you the light settings, and the light is going to get really weird in here, so I apologize for that. But there are 4 different light settings on these light boards. So there is high, it's going to get dark. There is 2 medium levels, and it's going to get brighter. You'll see me again in a second. And then there's low. And so with all of those light settings, similar to the light settings on the flex light, if you're crafting late at night, you might not need it all the way bright. When I'm tracing patterns on my light board, if it's a pattern that has stuff on both sides, I tend to dim the light down a little bit so I don't see that secondary pattern quite as much. Now, let me know if there's any of you guys that have been tracing patterns, whether it be for applique or paper piecing or embroidery patterns. You wanted to trace it and you don't have a light board yet. And how many of you guys like go to the sliding glass door or tape it to the window or use your glass coffee table with a flashlight underneath? We've all tried those things. We've all tried that because we wanted to trace a pattern. I remember way, way, way back in the day, I was trying to trace a pattern on my sliding glass door. And it was like dusk. It was in the evening because it was starting. It was the only time we could craft after working and dealing with kids and family. I was on the sliding glass door and I was so close to finishing. I was so close to finishing and the sun went down and I couldn't do it anymore. There was I had to wait till the next day. I was so sad. But also when you're using it on the sliding glass door, your arms tend to get really sore because you're holding it up like this all the time, trying to trace your patterns. So when you're using the Glow light boards, you don't have to do any of that. Everything is right here in front of you. The Glow Premium is the perfect size for a tabletop. It's also a perfect size to sit in your lap. The light board itself is 13 inches by 19 inches. The lighted area of the board is about 11.5 by 16.5, so almost 12 by 17. So it's a great size for almost all of our patterns out there. It's a great size for all that. So you can do your pattern tracing on here. If you do other crafts, you can do your diamond art on here because you can see what you're doing, paint by number, those kinds of things. If you weed vinyl, you can do that on here because the light will shine through your cut lines. If you are a card maker or a stamper, you can do that on here because that will help you line up your stamps. If you color, I love to do coloring books at night to kind of shut my brain off. So I have my light board right next to me and I'll set it on my lap in my bed and I'll color a little bit to turn off my brain before I go to sleep. Now, if I'm angry with the husband, it's probably on the brightest setting. If I'm not angry, I'll dim it down lower so I can do the cutting or the coloring. And so you can use it for all kinds of things, not just quilting and sewing. But our quilters and sewers love it so much because, yes, Busy Bee Crafts is asking a question. Yes, you could, because they come with a translucent self-healing cutting mat. So you can cut your fabrics right on site. So this is the cutting mat that comes with it. This is, it's a translucent self-healing mat. It has a textured surface on the back, so that keeps it from sliding around on the board. It also has a little bit of a texture surface on the top so that it helps keep your fabric and stuff in place. So when you are doing your cutting, you can line it up right on here. So let's say we're doing English paper piecing. When you do English paper piecing, oh, thank you. There's one, see? I love doing these at my friend's house because she has everything. So when you're doing English paper piecing, normally what you're doing is you're sticking this on your fabric and you're trying to figure out where that's going to land and you're trying to figure out where you want to cut it and do all that stuff. Well, if you do it on the light board, the light's going to change again. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to set my piece down. See how you can see. I'm going to lift this up so you guys can see. See how you can see exactly where that pattern of your fabric is going to land. So you can make sure that your design is centered exactly where you want it. Then you can use your ruler and you can fussy cut 1/4 of an inch all the way around there because you can line your ruler line up with your little English paper piecing piece. It is so great for that, you guys. It is so amazing for that. Now, let's say you can't see through. Let's say you can't see through your fabric. Let's say you're cutting wool, you're cutting felt, you're cutting dark fabric, whatever. You're not going to be able to see through every single piece of fabric, and that's okay. Because your area around your project is lighted, you can use that light to help see. So when you're doing this, you've got your little ruler and you're trying to figure out if you're cutting straight or not. You can see these ruler lines. I'm going to try to lift this up again. Figure out which way is best to do the ruler. You can see, I hope you can see that. You can see that these lines match up. So you can make sure that you are cutting exactly straight. Guys, so like, you know, if it's lined up on both sides of your fabric, if your lines are matching on both sides of your fabric, that you are going to have a straight cut. You can cut your fabric out right there. I used to make quilts and I used to be really frustrated that I was sewed crooked all the time. So I stopped sewing for a really long time because I was always sewing crooked. Then I got a glow light board. I started squaring my pieces up on top of the light, and I realized I wasn't sewing crooked. I was cutting everything just a little bit crooked. I was a lazy cutter. I didn't pay really close attention. And so I was able to cut everything a lot more accurately. And so now things come together a lot better. I still don't get my points exactly right, but that's a different issue. But now I can at least cut straight. Now, the thing that's so great about it, guys, that it just doesn't matter either what rotary cutter you use. You can use your favorite rotary cutter. Any brand is totally fine. You can cut right on there. It doesn't matter which one. We might need a new blade on this one, but you can cut your fabric out right on top. Oh, I almost cut my little English paper piecing pattern. We're going to move that away. I think we need my friend's in here now. I think we need a new blade on this. That one, it worked out. She's sneaking me another one, guys. So you can cut anything on here. You can cut paper on here. You can cut fabric on here. You can use your rotary cutter. You can also use your that one's too tight. You can also use all kinds of stuff. Linda, thank you for that question. Yes, the cutting mat automatically comes with the light. All of our glow light boards come with the cutting mats. So yes, every single one comes with a cutting mat. Now we're talking today about the Glow Premium. And the reason I wanted to talk about the Glow Premium is because there's one feature that the Glow Premium has that none of our other Glow light boards have. And it is so great. The Glow Premium light board is actually portable. So you can use this off of the power plug, and you can take this with you to a class. You can take this with you to a retreat. You can sit in front of the TV. It's football playoff season. So I use mine sitting in front of the TV watching football games. And maybe I don't care that much about that team, but the husband likes to have me in there watching with him so I can work on my crafts on my lap without being plugged in. And then just every now and then you just go, woohoo. And then they think that you're paying attention to the game. That's just a little tip from me to you. Or if you're watching a movie with them that you don't really care about, you could do your crafting on your light board, keep it dimmed down low, and you can still work on your stuff. So this is the Glow Premium. This is the one that has no battery, or this one is the one that has no plug. You can use it either plugged in or not plugged in. It comes with an internal rechargeable battery. Hi, Diane. Keisha, someone's saying hi to you. So you can you can use this one anywhere. You can pack it with you. You can take it with you. We do make a tote bag for it as well, and I think SMP has those available also. This is the Glow tote that fits your light board, so you can take it with you. But guys, it is the best thing. If you do paper piecing, it is the best for paper piecing. So this is our little paper piecing pattern. I'm going to turn the light on. I'm going to show you. So for those of you that paper piece, there we go. The light's on. For those of you that paper piece, how many times are you trying to see if you have the right amount of scrap fabric to get that last piece in, and then you sew it really quick, and then you go to fold it over and it wasn't big enough? It is so sad and it is so frustrating. But when you are using the light board, you can see your pattern through there, and you can see exactly how much fabric you're going to need for your pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Oh, let's see if I can. No, it's hard to see, but you can see that. So you can make sure you can set your piece on when you're doing these little tiny pieces and you want to just use a little bitty scrap, you can make sure that you have all of that piece that you need before you trim it off. So guys, this is the Glow Premium light board. It comes with the cutting mat. The Glow Premium board is the only one that has an internal rechargeable battery. There's several other Glow light board options. We have a smaller one, we have a bigger one, but the Glow Premium one is the one that has the battery. So you're able to use it off of the plug. And the plug, after you charge it up, it'll last for almost 4 hours on high. So if you're using it on the lower settings, it'll last a little bit longer. But if you're using it on high, it will last for about 4 hours. So it is so amazing. It is so amazing. I like to take it with me. I like to sit watching TV with my husband, watching golf. It's so great. I can't see down there yet. When did the Glow Premium come out? Monique, thank you for that question. So this is our Glow Premium 2. We don't carry the original Glow Premium anymore. That we've upgraded to the Glow Premium 2. Now, the original Glow Premium came out in 2017. So we've been making these for a long time. The Glow Premium 2 has a couple of extra features that the Glow Premium 1 doesn't. One of those being that the cutting mat covers the entire board. Our original light boards the mats only covered the lighted area, but now they cover the entire board, which is really, really great. And the other thing about this Glow Premium, and actually all of our light boards except the biggest light board, Keisha asked me if I needed these and I said no. But the Glow Premium that we're talking about today also is magnetic. So it has magnetic plates that are built into the light board. So you can use magnets and you can hold your projects down while you're working on them. So if you are doing a lot of tracing, I use the magnets a lot when I'm tracing because I can, if I have to leave, I can come back and everything is still in the proper spot and I don't have to reset everything. But these magnets are strong enough. If you get them strong enough, we have some available, but if you get them strong enough, they will go through your pattern, your fabric, your cutting mat, all of your pieces, and it'll magnetize right to it. So this is technically the Glow Premium 2. But we no longer carry the original Glow Premium, so we don't really talk about that anymore. But this is the Glow Premium 2. And it is the only one that comes with a rechargeable battery. So this is super fantastic, and I love it so, so much. I can't see that one yet. Yes, thank you for that question. Renee, I think is what it is, McFarlane 2353. Yes, they are internal lithium batteries. It's a really small one though. It's not super big and it only takes about 9 volts. So it doesn't usually interfere with any sort of traveling or anything like that, but they are built into the board. And so this is, guys, this is the best thing ever. And if you guys are like me and your eyes are getting bad, I have the thing that's called corneal keratopathy. And I would try to craft all the time and I couldn't see what I was doing and I couldn't figure out why. And the thing that I realized is even if you have really good light in your room, you are always causing a shadow on your projects because you are in between the light and the board. But when you have a light board, even just as your crafting area, if you have a light board, those shadows go away. You don't have any overhead shadows to worry about. You can see exactly what you're doing. So it's really wonderful just to have the whole entire area that you're working on lit up. And it's super great if you go to classes and retreats because you never know how much light you're going to have there. You never know if you're going to have a power source right next to where you're working either. So all of it's just so great. Kennedy, I don't know if you're still there, but I think everybody needs one of these along with the flex lights and the accessory kit for the flex sewing machine light. It's so great because our eyes are getting so tired.
Yes, and I understand too. I don't think the eye thing is an age problem because my eyes are getting so tired, and I love that you use tired.
Yes.
Especially with working in front of computers. Computers and screens can have such a big effect on your eyes too. So
yes.
Anybody can have that. And I love the light board specifically, and I know that it's really great with going on the go and traveling because we have people coming in all the time taking classes, bringing their light board,
right,
putting their pieces all together there. And I can see just how useful it is both traveling and when you're at home. So I love that light board, and having good lighting around your sewing machine is so important. So important.
It really, really is. There's a quick question I just wanted to answer. I don't know if you saw it or not, but someone was asking about the batteries and replacing the battery in the light board. It is built in, kind of like they build it into your cell phone. It's not replaceable, but it is rated for 10,000 hours of use. So I think we figured out one time it's like 24 hours a day for 14 years or whatever it is. I don't really know if that's correct, but it's a long time. And you can always use it plugged in as well. So you can use it either way.
Yes, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love, like you were mentioning coloring and things like that. I love having light boards for that. I could do that all day long. I love coloring, and there's so many other uses for it besides just sewing. So you really can use it for so many different things. And I just love it. And also that flex light, such a great way to add some lighting onto your machine. It's not super bulky. It's not going to get in the way of your machine. You can set it up however you want. I love it. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, and with the little accessory kit too, when you're using it on your machine, I don't think I mentioned this, but you can add that magnifier to it while you're using it, right? So you could like thread your needle easier, clean your bobbin case out easier, all that stuff, because this little extra magnifier that comes in that accessory kit is so great.
I love that. We have a flex light on our floor at the retail store, and we have it set up to where the magnifier is right by the needle, and it's so easy. It's so easy. And the flex light is probably one of our number one add-ons when folks are buying a new machine. And anytime, like especially our specialists on the phone, they always are recommending that flex light because it's a simple addition that really will get your setup so much better and at the best of your sewing machine's ability and your eye's ability.
Yes, for sure. Yes. So yeah, awesome. This is awesome. Yeah.
I'm so excited. Well, Melody, thank you so much for coming on. And Keisha, shout out to Keisha.
Yeah, shout out to Keisha. She's hiding in the background handing me stuff. She's awesome. Yes, we love her too. Yes, we love that. Yes, definitely thanks to her as well.
Yes, I'm going to tell everyone how they can get this, and we will see you soon, Melody.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'll be excited to come back and show more stuff another day.
Yes, absolutely. All right, you guys, let me tell you all about these amazing Cutterpillar products. Do you see why I was so excited to show you guys, especially that flex light? It really, really, really adds such a nice light around your machine, and I know my eyes, I have really strong a really strong eye prescription, and my eyes are always getting bad. Just every time I go, it gets worse and worse and worse. So I understand the eye strain. I totally get it. But let me talk all about this stuff. So the first one that she talked about, that was the flex light. So we have it just by itself. And you can check this out. If you go to SewingMachinesPlus.com, you can either go to our live chat, and we have real people on the other end ready to answer any questions or get your order placed, or you can give us a call, 1-800-401-8151. All of our sewing specialists are ready and on standby to help you out with any questions you have. But this flex light is such a great accessory to add, and it really is so helpful. And lighting is just one of those things that you really need it, especially when you're working on more tricky projects or you're, really just got to lock in and get it all going. Having the right lighting is super important. Now, Melody was talking about some really great accessory kits, which we also have. So here is one of them. We've got tons of accessories in that. You get that flex light. This comes included with it. It's got all those accessories that Melody was talking about. So lots of good stuff in there, and you can use those for anything you want. You also get that magnifier too, which is super, super helpful. But if you wanted to go a little bit further, we have another bundle. This is the Ultimate Flex Light bundle, and I believe you get 3 flex lights in this bundle. So great stuff. You can put them anywhere, and you don't have to just put them on your machine. You can set them up wherever you want. So that is amazing. I love these bundles. They're great. And then also talking about the boards, anything from Cutterpillar. If you just go to SewingMachinesPlus.com, type in Cutterpillar, all of those products will be right at the front. I know she talked maybe just a little bit about the flip and fold cutting mat that is also on our website as well, and she has demoed that before, and I love all of those. But anything Cutterpillar today, you can go check it out on the website, and if you call in and go to our live chat, they'll be able to help you and get all of that good stuff sorted for you. So super exciting. I love Cutterpillar, and all of the products that Melody showed today really are great, and they're so useful. That's my number one thing. If something's going to work, but is it going to really make it more efficient when I'm sewing, anything like that, and is it useful? That's what I care about. So, and I'm sure we can all agree, but I love today's show. Thank you all so much for watching. I do have some giveaways for you guys, so let me get this music started, and then we will start some giveaways. So our first one, we are going to put a $25 gift card for your Flex Light order, and that will take $25 off your order. So that is amazing. And with this, if you do win one of these today, the most important thing that we'll need from you is just your email, because we'll send you a gift card code. So let me share my wheel here really quick, and let's spin and see who's going to win a $25 gift card. Now, I saw a comment from Bernadette. I want to go back and look really quick. She was talking about something. Let me see. Did she get her quilt kits in? Yay! Kathy Brooks, congratulations. You just won a $25 gift card for Sewing Machines Plus. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to claim that, head to SMPLive.tv, fill out the information. The most important thing we need from you is your email. So just grab that and then we will be all good to go and we'll get you that gift card. Yay, Kathy! Kathy is always watching. I love seeing her on here. All right, our next giveaway. We've got our world famous sew mats. Now, you know the deal with these. We've got tons of different colors. We have different sizes for different machines. These are gonna fit right under your sewing machine. It provides a lot of stability. It protects your machine and the sewing surface that you are putting your machine on top of. And it helps with noise and vibration. So all good stuff. Paired with a flex light, you're gonna have the best setup in town. So let's see who is gonna win one of these sew mats. Very exciting. Oh, Bernadette got her packages today from Whatnot. Yay, amazing. The wedding ring quilt, you are so right on that. It's beautiful. Denise, thank you so much for watching. You just won a sew mat of your choice. So if you want to go ahead and go claim that, head to SMPLive.tv, fill out that information, let us know who and where we're sending it to, and then let us know what size and what color that you want, and we will get that all shipped out to you. Yay, yay, yay. Another successful show in the books, and I'm so glad that we got some winners here. You got a, oops, where did I go? There I am. Okay, you got some gift cards, and we got a new sew mat, so super exciting stuff. Let me know what you guys get from Cutterpillar. I would love to hear what you guys think of the Flex Light. If you have one already, I'd love to know how it's working for you. I love these notions. And again, I love useful things. The more useful it is, the better for me. And the more you can use it for other things, not even just sewing, even better, even better. So, alrighty. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and tuning in. I had such a fun time. I hope everyone has a great weekend and does something fun, start a new project, and check us out on Whatnot. We'll be live today and tomorrow. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys next Thursday. And yeah, stay safe, stay warm. All my people over on the East Coast, stay warm. Stay warm, okay? I will see you all next week. All right, bye guys.